Hi everyone. So I've been looking at different screen recording facilities, and as part of my pedagogical aim, I've said that I'm going to look at um, trying to really enhance the access of resources and the sharing of resources, and looking at flipped classroom, but also really trying to make resources available for learners like anytime, anywhere, and not just necessarily relying on it being a flipped classroom model that they do the learning before they come to class, but allowing it to be flexible and versatile enough that the learning can take place, literally anytime, anywhere. When I was thinking about this, I thought about being able to use something for my feedback, and using one of the pieces of software that I'm going to explore using with my class. So I've used one or two in my explorations, and what I'm doing now is using one to record the process of setting up another one. So it sounds confusing, but basically if I used Screencastify, which is what I want to show you, to record Screencastify, then I can't show you the features that I want to show you. So at the moment, I'm using Screencast-O-Matic, which I have already used with a class and recorded things, and I will talk about the pluses and minuses in my next part of my assignment. But the one that I feel is a really good thing to share with the group, and something that you might want to try out with your classes, or even if you haven't done your feedback yet, might be something that you might want to use for that, is Screencastify. So to set up Screencastify, super easy. It does only work, as far as I'm aware, it does only work with the Chrome browser. But if you've got your browser open, and you go to the three little dots over here, sorry, I'll just go to what this looks like. So if you go to your three dots over here, so open up a new tab or in a tab that you've just opened, and you look at more tools, under here there's something called extensions, and this allows you to add, see these little icons that I've got up here on my browser, it allows you to add those to your browser. So you can have things that are sort of add-on extra apps, I guess, that you want to add and use frequently. So I've already got it. I've typed the first three letters in here, but you can see all the extra ones that I've added on. So things like Grammarly and things like that sit in here. So some of you might already obviously know about this and know how to do it. But I just thought it might be worth sharing with the group. So to get Screencastify, just type it in here. Obviously I've already got it, so I can remove it or add it. And then once you've done that, you'll see the icon appear in the top right screen. So when I click on my icon, so say I want to record a tutorial or something that I want my classes to see, I've got a few different options in terms of what I want to actually share with um, with the class or with the learners. So I can share my desktop, I can share my browser tab so that they can actually see the browser tabs that I've got open, or I can just share it with um, just use the webcam feature. So it might just be that I'm just recording an instruction or something. The other options you've got here are microphone on and embed webcam on. And if I click that, I would appear down in the sort of right hand side corner. I'm using Screencastify at the moment. So sorry, I'm using Screencast-O-Matic at the moment. So you wouldn't be able to see that necessarily live. So I'm maybe not going to set the embed webcam. A lot of the sort of little mini tutorials and things that I've been creating and doing for this particular project, I've sort of experimented a little bit. So sometimes I'll put the webcam on and sometimes I'll just record audio. And then my idea is that I'm going to see which one, um, the students like the best, and whether it's content specific. So if, and I guess different students might feel differently about being able to see my face and hear my voice. I've also got a couple of little ones that I've done where you can't hear anything and it's literally just following the mouse, which I'll talk about in my iterations anyway. But so at the moment I've just got my microphone on and I've got no webcam, so nobody can see me. And then I just click record. So what this does is it asks me, do I want to share my entire screen, or do I just want to share an actual specific application window? To be honest, most of the time I share my screen because I'm showing them things that I want to be able to talk about, in terms of what I'm showing them, a particular skill. There's a lot of instructional based learning with IT, especially in programming and using high spec software like Photoshop and Illustrator and things like that. And I find that this type of learning works really, really well because the students can pause things. And so anyway, so I'm going to basically show my entire screen. And from a So it counts down, and from a sharing point of view, obviously for feedback, you could be bringing up someone's document that you've commented on and just talking through it and recording yourself at the same time, which I know one or two of you have already done anyway. So if we look back at the features, this now is actually recording what I'm doing. So it's recording everything that comes up on my desktop. It's recording my voice because I've set it to do audio. And I can just press stop sharing when I'm happy with my recording. And straight away, it's a recording. So this gets stored in Screencastify. So it's in Screencastify, you can go to all of your recordings and you can see all the little ones that I've created. You can go to recordings overall, but the other thing I've started doing is if you go back to a specific, once I've finished my recording, I know that they all sit in there, but I found this really easy as well, is actually being able to share it. So you can put it into Google Drive, you can get a shareable link and send the link to someone. And if one or two of you might have your own YouTube channels of content and things that you've created, you can actually upload it to your own YouTube channel, which is again another iteration that I'm going to look at including in my process so that I can look at the advantages of putting it on YouTube and then looking at the analytics and seeing how many views it's had and which students might have commented on it and got given feedback on it, etc. So that's just a little video on a screencast video on how to use a screencast, which might seem bizarre, but I thought it might be something useful to share. So that's it. Have fun, and I look forward to sharing more ideas and learning with the rest of the group soon.